Good evening, you guys. Good evening, you guys. I told you my wife need injectors in her Buick Enclave. Been a great truck. Uh, I only maintenance this thing myself. So got 85,000 miles, and looking at the service bulletin, you know that is the time really to, if you haven't replaced the things that you need to replace. But I just stopped on the job. Uh, Now, while I have the thing off, see, I already replaced the core packs plugs in here, but I'm gonna take all them back off because I'm gonna replace the valve cover gasket. Because when I pull the intake gasket off, you see all around the seams right there, that's oil, and it was on my gasket as well. So all will drip back into your intake. And I'm gonna tell you, look at that, look at all that crude. This and this is an injector. Oh my God. And I see I pulled another one. Where is it? Okay, right here. Look at that, guys. How is this thing actually pumping gas up, spraying gas through there? You know, it's my fault because I said when I took this, when I did the plugs and did the core pack, I said, I need to go ahead and put brand new injectors in that thing. They're like, nah, they ain't gonna fail. Well, knocking myself in the head right now because it did. All this crude. And, even if I did do the injectors, I still should have just, been patient, looked everything over, and did the valve cover gasket too. Because the problem would have persist in it all getting it back into the intake, then a period of time, it gonna be throwing codes. I want to know what it was since I had already did everything on here. So it's still a good thing, and I already got the injectors on order. So oh yeah, and I'm also gonna. It's service bulletin also tell you to replace this piece, and I'm gonna tell you. Let me show you the things that I already put in the car already. This thing gonna be back brand spanking new, guys. I mean, now this is one of the fuel rails. Two, look at that, all that gunk and oil came out of this line here. So I'm gonna order that too. This vehicle, guys, has got a great engine in it. That little small little stuff can cost something big, and with that intake gasket leaking oil, it wasn't no oil on the ground and like that, but you know, the other day it throwed a cold on my wife, and it was put to the high pressure fuel pump. So I put a brand new one back on it the other day. So when I got home Thursday, I took the new one off and put the old one back on to see any different. But it really wasn't that cold. It was just all the crude coming up, and on the fuel rail it comes up in here. And if you get oil in your injector sprayers and coming in here and going right back to your high pressure fuel pump, then they're gonna throw a cold because it's working that much harder to pump gas and oil. And when I took the new one off, oil came out of it. Boom. Because valve cover gasket. And it costs all that as well. But live and learn, you know. I'm gonna take my time. I got plenty of time to get this job done correct, right, and back up and running. You know, and when I'm done, it's gonna be A1 again. That thing should run extremely. I mean, when I put the plugs and all coil packs in it, that thing was running good. And I thought when I did the coil and plugs, I thought the oil was leaking because the intake gasket. But it wasn't the intake gasket. It was oil on the valve cover gasket that was leaking on the intake gasket, causing it to get down into the sealants, causing it to get down into the plugs. Because the plugs had oil on it. So I'm thinking again, when I do the valve cover gasket and take these off and pull the plugs out of there, I'm thinking again, they probably still have oil on it. Because over the period of time, they don't build it up. So I think last time I did the job, I had to go back and look at my other video 6 months ago when I did that. So over the period of time, oil don't seep back down now slowly but surely, and causing that problem again. With the traction control light came on, stability track came on. You're gonna have that, and misfire code came on. So guys, right now I'm gonna say it's a pretty simple job, but you're always gonna run into something, always. But I got plenty of time to do this. So guys, if you didn't see my previous video, I cleaned my Old Faithful up today. There I go to headlight, new headlight. Old baby on beaming. 205,000, 2,000 miles, 200,000 miles, still running strong. Old Faithful. And again, that's the new Jeep again in more daylight. You guys are impressed, very impressed. Y'all know I'm a Chevrolet man, so I got a Jeep this time. I looked everything over, like it's easy to change the oil and everything in this Jeep, but we gonna give it 3 months, and then I come back and give you my 3-month review. And you do know, I'm gonna say again, that this truck is not gonna stay this way. Y'all watch and see my idea what I'm finna do to it. But you guys have a blessed day. Peace and love.